Well, modern medicine impacting the world in many ways. In less than a year, COVID vaccinations were produced on a large scale. Now, while the journey has been a much longer one in the case of AIDS, those inflicted with that virus now have much more hope today than they did yesteryear. Crystal Darling tells us more.
We can have babies that are born without HIV, born to mothers who are HIV positive. And in the year 2019, we had no babies that were born with HIV in the Bahamas.
Just one out of the many waves of progress made through the use of modern HIV medications and treatments. Director of the National HIV and AIDS Infectious Disease Program, Dr. Nakia Forbes, says the illness, once costly to treat and consequently with a higher mortality rate, is now on its way out.
Treatment can be as simple as one pill once a day. And treatments are free in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. And so if you come into the public care system, you can get those medicines for free. And if you are seeing a private doctor, those medicines are also given to your private doctors to distribute, and there's no cost transmitted to the patient.
Around for decades, HIV is sexually transmitted with the potential to develop into full-blown AIDS. And according to Forbes, there are certain groups that are still more vulnerable than others.
They may include men who have sex with men, transgendered women, for example, commercial sex workers, and their partners. And also there's a risk, as I said, if you're having unprotected sexual intercourse. And so there's youth that are marginalized, and there is definitely young girls and women who are vulnerable. And so there are several groups that could be at risk.
Nowadays, with medications having greatly improved, coupled with new breakthroughs in science and technology, living with HIV or AIDS does not have to be a death sentence. Forbes says there are more effective medications that have less side effects and more high-quality generic medicines on the market.
Something very, very pivotal happened, and that is long-acting antiretroviral therapy. For the last 5 years, this has been in clinical trials, and there are medicines that can be either injected or given in an infusion that can be given less frequently, like say every 4 weeks. That can make it easier. You wouldn't have to remember to take a pill every day. And so those medicines are coming into clinical use now. We do not have them in our region yet, but it is definitely a great thing that we now have this option that makes treatment easier.
Crystal Darling, ZNS Network
get
News.
HIV, but if you do, it's not the end of the world. Being diagnosed early gives you a chance of living a long and healthy life. Testing is the only way to know for sure if you have HIV, and knowing your status means that you can protect yourself and your sexual partners. Getting an HIV test is quick, easy, free, and your results are 100% confidential. Get tested and know your status.